It's here. It's big. And it's closer than you think. It's not a tournament. It's what you don't see on TV. The cash is real. The stakes are high. They bet big. They win big. They lose big. High stakes live action poker. Live at the bike. Watch it live on the web or play it if you dare at the Bicycle Casino right here in Los Angeles.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bicycle Casino. You are watching Live at the Bike, brought to you by PokerNet Cast. I'm Adam Strong. With me is my partner, Nicole Juergens. How are you, Nicole?
I'm great, Adam.
Good, good. We have a great game this evening. It's a 5-5 blind, $300 to $500 buy-in. The table's already heating up. Nicole, who's at our table?
Let's go find out. In seat 1, we have Brian. He was with us last week. He is from Downey. He is a degenerate gambler by occupation, and he plays all too often. In seat 2, we have Avi. He's from Pasadena. He's a software engineer. He plays poker twice a week, and No Limit Hold'em is his normal game of choice. In seat 3, we have Lizette. Yes, we are on you, Lizette. She's from Orange County. She is a poker writer and a bike blogger. She plays often enough, she says, and she likes to play No Limit Hold'em and yellow. In seat 4, we have Joel. He likes to be called Big Poppy, but I refuse. So we'll call him Joel. He is at the bike about 5 days a week, and this is his normal game of choice. In seat 5, we have Tony. He's big pimping tonight with the hat. Nice, Tony. Looking good. He's also at the bike about 5 days a week, and this and the 510 are his normal games of choice. In seat 6, we have Ellen. Don't call him Dustin Hoffman's brother, because he's not. But he is a regular of Live at the Bike. He does like to play here with us, and he has been here probably about 4 out of our last 8 test sessions. In seat 7, we have Charlie. He's from Pasadena. He plays about 3 times a week, and his normal games of choice are No Limit Hold'em and the new 211. He's jumped on the 211 train. In seat 8, we have Nurley. He is from Palo Alto. A short tidbit about himself is that he's a terrible player. Oh, that's nice. He is a Joseph Chong wannabe, aren't we all? So I want to be somebody with $5 million too.
Yeah, right.
How often do you play? He says this is his first time. I don't know if I'm going to believe that. And his normal game of choice is PLO. In seat 9 is Fred. We saw him last week. He lives in LA. He's a software developer and poker player. He plays 100+ hours a month, and this is his normal game of choice. Let's get to the action.
Action out of turn. Action out of turn.
Joel just won that last hand flush. Flopped it. Doesn't get much better than that. I've seen several people. Charlie was here last week or earlier this week.
Yeah, actually, you know what? We're getting quite a following now amongst the players who know about us here at the bike, and they're fighting to get the seats now live at the bike. So the board has been full every day. So it's good news for us and good news for the show coming up. It's gaining in momentum, popularity.
I love it.
Magnitude. That's not right. It's not open. Full. Who's running that board?
Alan and Charlie have limped in. It's going to be 4 players. Flop comes Jack 7 deuce 2 clubs.
Charlie and Fred both have the same hand.
Charlie bets out 15 and Fred calls. 2 players. 5 of clubs on the turn.
Charlie's now free rolling, but Fred's still going to bet. He bets 30. And Charlie calls.
Oh my gosh.
The river's a jack of hearts.
Wide open.
Fred's still going to bet. Charlie, I'm sure, is still going to call. Oh, wow. Interesting.
Bad throw.
Apparently he thought his 7 of clubs was good on the turn as a draw, and so he was calling to hit a club. I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know what else would have changed there to make him change his mind and not call the river when he had already called the turn.
I'm not paying off. That's what you have, right?
I have 3 points.
I need the over. Why are you saying?
Well, you made it. Fred's got the button.
I want the over.
Brian in the small blind, Avi in the big blind. Lizette will be first to act.
This guy goes over.
Lizette picks up 8 of hearts, deuce of diamonds. Opts to fold.
I just want to lock in the bigger.
Joel's got ace-5 of clubs. Flips it. Fold around to Charlie with a king-queen offsuit who makes it $20.
Oh, they went for it and got it.
Brian calls with a 9-8 offsuit.
I'm not rooting for anybody, we're just getting points.
Joel's in there with that ace-5 of clubs. Here comes the flop. 3-way action.
Are they passing teams or running teams?
10 of hearts, 8 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds. It's checked around to Charlie.
Brian has 2 pair. Charlie has a gut shot. Charlie is going to bet his gut shot.
That's out $20. Now Brian's going to raise it up an additional $100. Joel folds.
Come. Maybe there.
Heading the come or there. I think you got a first down. Did he get it or not? Yeah.
And Charlie folds. How many hands do you think Charlie's going to show tonight?
You know, it's funny. Actually, he hasn't showed one. I wonder if he watched a show. It's a good point that you made there. He did watch the show because he has played 2 hands and he has showed 0 out of 2 so far tonight. When last week he played about 20 hands, and do you know how many he showed? Probably 20.
23. No, I don't know.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I bet
20.
he definitely took our advice on that one.
Wow. Somebody listens to us. I love it.
Doesn't it feel nice?
It does. All 20.
Winter Dreams is still going down at the Bicycle Casino. Come on down Friday and Saturday. Get your name in a drawing for Sunday. Giving away $25,000 every Sunday in December here at the Bicycle Casino.
Look at that. Nurley has raised it up.
And I just love this name, by the way.
Nurley.
It's spelled N-W-E-R-L-E. It's pronounced Nurley.
Nwerley.
Nurley.
Nurley. So
Just
the
rolls off the tongue.
W is silent.
The W is silent. Yes. Yes, it is.
Everything tastes a little bit better.
If somebody said my name was Nurley, the W is silent, I would still have no clue
How to spell it?
yeah. Or where the W would even come
Oh,
into
look at
play.
Lizette here. She flopped 3 deuces. Unfortunately, no one really has anything to give her any action.
I would take it.
Decides to check, and it's checked all the way around to Nurley, who bets out $40.
100.
And Lizette raises it up to $100. $60 raise.
And Nurley just wanted to wait until she got that whole bet out there before he mucked it. Not that he was ever calling.
She shows the deuce.
Oh, Lizette. She hasn't watched the show yet, that's why.
No.
Next time,
We
she
should have
won't do that.
We should have a show ticker, you know, just like a ding.
Yeah,
That's one.
we need a couple tickers and we need like a jackpot bell, I've decided. Like the minute they start talking about jackpot, ding, because it happens every
Let me ask
night.
you this: if there's a jackpot, do we get the table
No.
share?
Good try though.
That's no good.
I'm gonna get a bell, not a cowbell, like a bell. Yeah, like you know at the hotel where you ding, like, and every time they bring up jackpot, I'm gonna ding it because there's always
Anytime the
something.
word is said.
Yes, because every
Oh,
night,
I love it.
you know, you get in a hand and like, oh, I flopped a set of aces and this guy had kings, and oh, only if it was runner, king. Yeah, really, only? It would have been jackpot, really? That's all you needed?
That's great. Like this.
Yes, so they can hear it, but our microphone's right by it. Looks like Nurley got right back in the action, making it 25 to go with king, queen. He got 2 callers, Avi and Joel.
Flop is 4 of diamonds, 3 of hearts, 7 of clubs, and it's checked all the way around. Now a turn. queen of spades.
Nurla gets his top pair.
Ran for the first down.
Joel decides to make a stab at it. He said nobody wanted on the flop. Let me go for it with my ace high. He's going to hear from Nurla here. He does call. $40 a Joel bet.
And the river is 10 of spades.
And now Joel had a pair. That might make him slow down. He does check here.
55.
And Nurla's going to make it 55 to go. Joel might look him up. But he decides not to. Nice lay down.
They're gonna go for it? They're gonna want to call it timeout.
Is the Laker game on right now? Because Brian said that a short tidbit about him that no one would know on the table is that he needs the Lakers to win by 14 points.
Interesting.
That would be a bet, I would assume.
Yep.
That would be the line, I'm guessing. That's a big line. Am I wrong?
Depends on who they're playing.
Playing some terrible team, is that what you're telling me?
All right, action. It's on Alan. Alan folds. Charlie calls. The 5-7 of clubs.
Talk with their mouth full, man.
Fred gets no king, 3 of diamonds, and Brian has raised it up with pocket sevens to $40. Lizette folds, and everybody folds. Brian's going to take that one down. Really, nobody had anything except some suited something. It's not even connected.
Yeah, starting out, the cards are starting out slow today, whereas the other night we had so many crazy flops. I mean, people had trips, and someone would runner bigger trips, and someone would flop a set, and somebody would get flush, and et cetera, et cetera. We don't quite have that going yet tonight.
Eddie in seat 1 was just getting crushed.
Yeah, and Brian, the last time he was here, that was two tests ago. When Brian was here, he didn't come out on top. He was splashing around a lot. And he had a lot of good hands. He just, I mean, talking about sets and flushes. He flopped a set, and who was our resident homemaker, Anna.
Anna.
She turned a flush on him.
Oh, look at that. Nurli is raising it up with a queen jack of hearts to $20. It's folded around.
Oh, they got the first spin goal. Yes.
Allen. His card's unknown. Now he's got an ace-9 offsuit. Makes the call. So does Charlie with an ace of hearts, 10 of hearts. Flop is queen, 5-4, 2 diamonds.
Queens have been treated nearly right thus far. He does flop top pair, and he is going to bet it.
Come on, Milwaukee, now. I got 300.
Makes it 40 to go.
$40.
I'll let you buy out for 200 right now. Save $100, Tony.
You let me buy out for 100?
200.
200?
I'm kidding.
Really?
No buy. I'm not doing any buyouts. Although if I lose by a point, I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, you guys want
One round?
I'm coming to a 300, 500 game. Are you buying for just the minimum or the maximum?
I usually buy in for the maximum in this game. Most people do. You'll notice around the table.
Lakers are winning.
And I usually do whatever most of the table is doing. And most people at these tables buy in for 500. Looks like maybe 2 people here bought in for 3. Maybe Alan, maybe Charlie possibly bought in for 3. Or they were playing before too. They could have just lost perhaps a stack or 2.
You get whatever you want.
Brian makes it 30 to go with 5-3. He's getting a little crazy with those cards. But that's nothing new for Brian. Brian likes to splash around. He doesn't like to wait around for big hands. He's there to make the hand big. He says go big or go home.
It's 2 minutes of the game.
Hey, man.
Don't be shit right now.
It's okay, dude. I just wanted to keep up with the Lakers. Yes.
Action.
Yes. Oh, my
Fred
God.
first.
Oh, you can do this the whole game and turn it off. Like 8-8. He's having a heart attack at 8-8. Go sit over there. Time out.
Avi raises it up to $20 with an ace-6 of clubs.
I like what I see. Oh, they give it up. Look at that. Very nice.
And Nerly makes the call with 5-6 offsuit. Here comes the
Oh,
flop.
run it.
Well, if the other team makes a 3, you're going to do
Queen
the
of
wave
spades,
now.
4 of hearts,
Run it,
deuce
run
of
it.
spades. Action will be on Nerly.
Take it out. There you go. 3 points. Booyah!
Was that 3
And
points?
Avi is bid out.
So it's
$35. Nerly folds. And
It's
Avi
hard.
takes it down.
Yeah.
Bobby won with his ace high and early opted not to get involved with his gut shot. Heads up. He decided the pod just wasn't working.
That's the most important thing. Right?
The Lakers scored. Throw something at the TV.
So they can keep up with the Lakers.
Throw a chip at the TV. The Lakers just scored.
Brian has straddled.
10, 11.
You're up by 13 and a
Oh
half.
my god, 10 11.
Just get, just.
Brian is our resident straddler.
Avi will be first to act. Avi has ace, jack, offsuit.
What I see, they can play.
I don't need to watch us to listen to C5 over there.
Raises it up
Just listen to
to, or
Tony,
actually
you'll be the
makes the call.
commentator.
Calls the straddle.
Break.
As does Lizette. 9-8 offsuit.
Just shut it off. Can you put
And it's
ice
folded
dancing
around
in
to
there?
Charlie on the button. Folds. Now look at this. Nerly has picked up ace, queen of spades. Decides to raise it up. $70 to go. Brian is folded. Now Avi's got to make a decision. Avi folds.
There you go. But make the extra point. Now you need every point you get.
Lizette folds.
I'm going to win now.
Nerly is going to pick it up. Silent up.
Just let the number.
We're going to have a trivia contest later on tonight. See how much you know about the bicycle casino.
Sign me up.
That's what? That's even money.
You can't participate, sorry.
If you had to choose right now, you take the
All right. Live straddle. Wow, it's contagious. Avi has straddled a 2-seat. Action will be on Lizette. Lizette folds. And look at this. Alan has picked up ace king offsuit in the 6th seat. Raises it up to $20. Brian insta calls with a 10-7 of diamonds. As does Avi with the ace-9 of clubs. Here comes the flop. Wow, look at this. 3 of spades, 3 of diamonds, jack of hearts. No help for anybody. Brian checks.
45.
Wow, look at this.
45.
Alan is betting out $45 in position. Brian
I like the
instantly
bet
folds.
by Alan. It's a great flop for ace king. It's very tough for any of your opponents to call with much there. You raised pre-flop, told everyone you had a big hand. Unless they specifically flopped a jack or a 3, probably not going to get involved. You got to bet that. I see often many players just check that. You've got to bet that one in position, take down the dead money that's in the pot that you created pre-flop with that premium hand.
We'll play down.
Nice bet.
Tony's taking a breather.
Tony's taking a Lakers breather. The players told him, if you're gonna watch the Lakers out, he must have a bet on the game as well.
Of course. Look at this. Alan calls the straddle.
Oh, one of my favorite hands, 6-8 suited.
And now look at that. Early's raised it up to $40 with a ace-10 of spades. And everybody folds. Nerly takes down the pot. Who are they playing?
The Lakers? Yeah, me, but I can tell you what. Milwaukee is what I hear.
I think Milwaukee just beat the Heat last night, I believe.
And Lakers are still favored by 14.
Yeah. I could be wrong. I'm gonna double check.
Getting closer. To your number. Well, at least I got the.
I'm sure if they didn't play the Bucks, then I will definitely hear from you guys. And if you do have anything to say to us, go to our live chat. Directly enter the stream at thebike.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'll talk back.
Yep, click on live at the bike and click on live broadcast. Fill out a free account if you haven't already, and you can watch us for free live. Chat with us. Speaking of the jackpot bell, I think we definitely will need it here because some of our jackpots are getting seated pretty high. Apparently, this specific game, the jackpot right now is over 40,000.
Deshaun Jackson, go.
So if you get aces full of tens cracked.
Run it back all the way.
So let's say you have ace 10. Uh-oh.
Go all the way.
Something's going on in the Lakers game. If you have ace 10,
Go all the way.
ace 10.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
See?
No flag.
Somebody has kings, runner, king. You lose by ace 10.
Because now
You're going to get a big portion of 40,000.
College football.
Every in cyber world is
Right?
that.
Well, how many points? Because a field goal is.
Oh,
31.
Tony's back in the game, but still paying attention to the Lakers game. He needs another break. His first to act, and he folds it.
That was just beyond.
How lucky could you be?
Sexy.
How lucky could you be right there?
That was amazing.
How lucky?
Yeah, very lucky.
I called it go. Deshaun Jackson style, didn't I? But then he ran for a touchdown.
20,
Charlie limps in with ace queen.
15 more.
Avi makes a 20 to go with king jack. Joel calls in the big blind with pocket sevens. And Charlie calls with his ace queen.
Flop comes 3 of clubs, 6 of diamonds, 5 of clubs.
Great flop for Joel. He does bet it out.
50.
He makes it 50 to go.
Attention players, for the owner or driver will raise hand. License plate number 6.
And he takes it down.
Once again, will the owner or driver will raise hand. License plate number 6. OL924. Press your vehicle immediately.
Milwaukee by 35 points.
Here come the cards. Folded around to Brian, who's picked up 10-3 of diamonds, raised it up to $25.
Brian raised it with 10-3 of diamonds. He gets hauled by Avi with 5-6 of hearts. Joel is looking to do something silly here with his 4-6. Make a move, and yes he is. He's going to make it 120 to go with his 4-6. He knows Brian's capable of raising very light, and he was with his 10-3. So Joel says, I'm going to steal that dead money. Nice play, and he takes it down.
I take it back, it was Dallas that beat Miami yesterday, not the Bucks.
But are the Lakers playing the Bucks tonight?
That,
You want as
I
many
believe,
yards
yes.
to go forward
I
as
was
possible.
mistaken.
No, I have so much
Yes,
time that
the
I
answer
want
is
to
yes.
shut down.
But let's see, Miami's playing the Wizards right
They're the
now.
Dogs, right?
Louisville's a favorite.
By 2?
By 3.
So you just want Louisville to score another touchdown, that's it. I think that'll...
But I don't want Southern Miss to start at the 40. Their defense is horrible on both sides. No defense present.
Actually, looks like the Bucks are beating the Lakers right now, 19
Fred
to
makes
14.
it 20 to go with King Jack. Brian calls with Jack 9 of diamonds. Lizette is over there thinking she has ace king. Looks like she's contemplating a raise.
Yes, the Lakers are playing the Bucks.
Good to know.
And the Bucks did not play the Heat the other night. That was Dallas.
Okay.
That was the Mavs.
Also good to know.
70.
Lizette
Wow.
makes it 70 to go.
70.
Ace King offsuit. Wow,
Fred
look at that.
folds and Brian looks her up.
Here comes the flop. Queen of diamonds, Jack of clubs, Deuce of hearts. Brian's hit a pair of jacks.
200.
Chips.
Wow, look at that. Lizette bet out 200 with a gut shot.
And Brian folds. Lizette wanted to show that one. She should have. If you're going to show the good ones, show the semi-bluffs and bluffs and all of them then.
Sends Brian through the roof.
I doubt it.
All right, maybe not.
But it would be good to mix up, you know, they just assume that she has the nuts in those situations. Let people know that she could have anything.
Brian's all about that game. You can see him looking at the monitors right now. Action's on Nerly. Nerly folds. 10-9 offsuit for Fred. He folds. And then Brian with 9-8 offsuit raises it up to $15. Ace-10 offsuit for Avi. Calls the 15. Queen of hearts, 9 of hearts. For Lizette, also calls.
I check.
5-way action on the flop.
Charlie opted to call in his blind with 8-3. Said, why not? Everyone else is doing it.
Deuce of diamonds, deuce of spades, 7 of diamonds on the flop. It's checked around all the way. King of diamonds on the turn.
I check.
Tony just got there.
35.
Only diamond is Charlie with his 3 of diamonds. Tony makes it 35 to go.
Everybody folds, and Tony takes it down. What you call him, Big Pimpin' earlier?
He is big pimpin' tonight. Look at that hat.
It's cold outside.
Yeah. Is it cold in here?
That's not too bad. It's very nice in here, actually. So if you are wanting to get out of the house,
Come on down.
drive safely over to the Bicycle Casino.
I love this casino. For people that live in the area, this is a great place to play.
As long as it's not double digits.
We can keep it up in the next one.
Alright, all the time out, you're done.
To regroup.
You're done, Tony. It's all over.
Lizette raises it up to $20.
Charlie's going to look her up with king 4 diamonds. Lizette has ace queen.
Here comes the flop. Jack of hearts, 4 of spades, 7 of hearts.
Yo, we're up 20 points, man.
You're laughing
Checked
now.
around.
Give me about an hour and a half.
Here comes the turn as a 5 of hearts. Charlie bets out $40.
Lizette does have the queen of hearts here in 2 overs. This would be a great spot to make a raise.
He's killing me, man.
And it probably would have worked. She opts not to do
Call me tomorrow.
Charlie takes it down with bottom pair.
Take Houston. Tony,
Thursday tomorrow. What's the
Houston
line?
Houston and Clippers.
What's the
I don't know
line
what the line
tomorrow?
is.
Let's see the line.
Hey, Clippers won 3 in a row.
Yep.
I don't know how,
They're
but
going to
they
win
did.
4 in a row tomorrow.
Then they don't have their big center,
Lice
Candy,
tag.
what's his name?
the white guy.
Yeah, Chris Kamen.
Brian is straddled.
But I really like that rookie kid. Or that.
Blake Griffin?
Yeah.
Rookie of the year. Locked up.
Can the Lakers get him? Change jersey.
Avi, first act decides to fold.
Joel has picked up ace king. I think we're going to hear from him. First, Lizette opts to call with king deuce of diamonds.
Raises it up. Ace king offsuit to $50.
Early is thinking with his pocket 6s, and he does opt to call. Did he raise that? Is that a raise
Actually
there?
raised it to 120.
Ay, he is going to hear from Joel for this.
Oh wow.
Joel does go all in. No, he's saying, why couldn't I have just called with my pocket 6s? And they go in the muck.
Should have made you done that.
Huh?
Made you do that.
Grab it, Cam.
What?
Push it in.
Chips in. They all
Pocket
fall
aces,
over.
sir, okay?
That's
I'll
it.
raise with merchandise. Huh? I thought you had pocket king.
Use it on the same move, pocket king.
Hoping you had pocket king.
Yeah, you were happy. Got one less on the bread. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. For those of you just trying to catch up, Early has raised it up on the button. The King-9 offsuit, he's got one call with Ryan. See, flop is 10 of diamonds, 4 of hearts, Jack of hearts.
Some people, they chop it.
Wow, Ryan with 2 pair. That's the kind of flop you want to see when you play 10-4.
He's decided to check, and Early has a bet.
Really made it 35 to go. Brian re-raised it. Looks like another 75 more.
No, but even if you tell him I don't have a jackpot, but you know, just because you have a hand.
Really did have a gut shot.
Early is
But he
not
opted not to go for it.
Early is not afraid to put some chips out there.
Early likes a continuation bet. If you check it to him, it looks to me like he is betting. I mean, from what we've seen, it's just the beginning of the show, but if it's checked to him, he is betting. So if the players are paying attention to that, they understand when they have a big hand to check and let an early bet for you.
Keep saying it.
Just say Mentor also.
Oh, you know what? I did, yeah.
You chopped up.
In a mix.
He's also not afraid to fold a hand, though, either when he's behind. Seems like his style is working out for him tonight. He is up a little bit.
Both Lizette and Joel have limped in.
With the same hand.
I got back-to-back final
King
table.
9. Early limps in with deuce 3. Brian and Avi check. Oh no, Brian and Avi have the same hand. King 9, King 9.
Yeah, double your bet.
It's all right.
Lo siento mucho.
Jack of spades, 8 of hearts, Queen of diamonds on the flop.
What's the score?
3-point game.
It is
About to be a 1-point game.
checked around to Lizette, who bets out $40. And she takes it down.
Review on for I lost my dice now.
There you go.
First to act will be Joel. So get their cards.
Andrew Bynum misses a slam dunk.
Oh, one shot.
Joel picks up a Jack 8 offsuit, folds. Fold around to Allen. Makes the call. Charlie makes the call. Early folds. Fred with an ace 3 offsuit calls.
Whatever.
5-way action. Here comes the flop. 4 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, Queen of spades.
Off your card. Go ahead.
It's checked all the way around. The turn is an ace of diamonds. Still 5-way action.
Fred just picked up top pair, and he is going to bet it in position.
It's out $15.
What are you trying to say about my writing? Unable to read long enough.
15.
We've got some chat going on online, and it looks like Godflesh says, hi, is a jackpot aces full of 10s beat or better? And what is your opinion of the bad beat jackpots?
Running down the
Thanks.
field.
And I will tell Godflesh my opinion, and yes, it is aces full 10s or better beat here. And my specific opinion is I don't love jackpots. Coming as a professional player that plays every day, I don't love them because it costs me a lot of money. But the players that come here recreationally, that play after work, on the weekends, basically the players that you want to play against do love them. So I have a bittersweet kind of feeling towards them. They're great for the game because they draw on the players that you want to play against. At the same time, they can be costly to the professional player. So you just got to pray to get lucky if you're a professional player like me and eventually get all your investment. I call it my investment going down the jackpot drop. Coming back to me someday, please. Please. So yeah, overall I'm kind of bittersweet about the jackpot. I'd prefer not to have it, but it does feel pretty exciting when you hit it.
Oh, it does. I participated in a table share once of $1,200. It was a $28,000 jackpot.
So you got 1,200.
I got 1,200.
Wow, that's
It was
pretty
the
good.
first hand of the game, 6-12 game. I sat down, and it was quite exciting.
Oh, this is interesting here. Now Alan flopped top pair. I think Alan kind of did what he does, which is check his hands on the flop, and this is going to cause him trouble because now Nurley just hit a set on the turn. Alan does have a redraw to a spade on the river, but Nurley is going to raise it.
An additional $100. Wow, look at that. Alan has gone all in.
All right, Alan needs to hit a spade here.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Queen of spades on the river.
Oh, wow.
That is a cooler.
Very nice.
That is pretty sick for Nurley.
That's gnarly.
That is gnarly for Nurley.
Pretty gnarly for Nurley, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, to hit your set and be in such good shape there.
See that hit?
Alan is just going to very quietly take his double up here.
Today, the full play worked for Alan.
Wow.
And he is going to double up.
He did not see that set coming, I'm sure, when he repushed all in.
No, and when he looked back and he realized he had the spade, he decided he wasn't going anywhere. I can't fault either one of them for their plays, especially not the set. The set's not going anywhere, but...
And Nurley is, Nurley's been, I would say he's playing loose, but he's been playing very aggressive.
He has played in a lot of hands.
He has raised a lot of people and been re-raised and then folded immediately. So Alan thought maybe he was best there.
You're sweating a lot on that one, huh?
I wouldn't fault him for thinking he had the best hand at that moment.
I want a field goal. That's what I want.
25.
Ryan.
Alan limps in with Queen Jack.
Ryan raises to 25. Ace-10 offsuit.
Alan's going to call him heads up.
Still unlucky.
He sure is. He's on a little rush. He's got a little smile on his face.
Comes the flop.
He checks blind, it looks like.
4 of diamonds, ace of diamonds, 5 of diamonds.
Ace high is still good. Alan does have a bigger diamond. Ryan is going to bet it.
Ryan bets out $30. Alan makes the call.
Field goal, you tie. We're on the road, man.
Alan is calling with the second nut diamond.
Turn is a 9 of clubs.
Ryan does have top pair with a diamond draw. The diamond draw is no good.
Ryan bets out. Alan folds after he checked.
They're still intensely focused on the Lakers game.
We got hundreds of thousands of dollars here at stake, Brian. Pay attention to the game.
Well, at least hundreds.
Hundreds. Hundreds to 1,000, perhaps.
There's Alan, our lovely floor host.
Stop him right there. It's
Speculation, but I think.
they will never.
Charlie's going to be first to act.
Missed field goal.
Oh, and look at this. Nurley picked up a pair of jacks
right?
over in seat 8, made it $30.
Go under.
Called by Avi, 7-8.
Ship it over.
Lizette calls.
It looked like it was going
The second time Lizette has tried to play King Deuce of Diamonds. Perhaps it's a favorite of hers. Last time she folded when Joel re-raised with Ace King.
It's going to be 3 players. Here comes the flop.
No, I'd rather.
6 of diamonds, 3 of diamonds, deuce of spades.
Maybe this is why she likes to play it. She just flopped bottom pair with a flush draw. She flopped
3/4 I do.
beautiful. She's actually ahead on this flop. She has a pair, an over, and a flush draw.
That's a lot going on.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. No, you're
Avi is bet out $35. Lizette calls.
This is interesting because you know Nurley is looking to re-raise here. And he does. He makes it 110 to go.
Okay, if you make this one, you can take it.
And Avi says, I was just kidding. I had 8 high and no hope of winning this pot, so I had to bet at it. He insta-folds. Now Lizette has to decide what she wants to do with this hand.
Lizette just called.
They're basically about even money here. Lizette is a slight favorite in this hand. But when you're going to play a hand like this, these are the kind of flops you dream of. The only thing better is actually flopping the flush.
Turn. Ace of clubs on the turn.
Now that turn, not so much.
Early is bet out 120.
If Lizette could have thought perhaps she was ahead, perhaps he only had ace, king, ace, queen, ace 10, etc., on the flop, and perhaps her deuce was good. Now she knows for sure that's not the case. And does she want to call another 120 to try hit her flush?
I think just by the way she's taking so much time to make this call, I would definitely put her on a draw as well, and I think Nurley does.
At this point, yes. You can't push in at this point. I think on the flop, if she had pushed Nurley in, I wonder what would have happened there. Here she decided to fold. I wonder if Nurley would have called. More than likely, he probably would.
How much action do you have, Nurley?
But it would have been fun to see. Rabbit cam, rabbit cam.
Should be getting well over, I believe, 4-1.
Yeah, Nurley actually only bet 120 on the turn. So he raised an additional 110. So what did he make it pre-flop? 25, got 2 callers. He let them bet, he checked. Avi bet 35, Lizette called 35, and Nurley made it 110. Then he only bet 120 on the turn. So, I mean, if she's in there for the 110 plus 25 pre-flop, I mean, she really has the odds at that point to call, but she opts to give it up.
25.
Brian raises it up to $25 with an ace-8 of hearts.
This time Alan has a king deuce of diamonds. Does he want to call this? No.
Charlie folds.
Fred's going to look him up with ace 4 diamonds.
Fred looks a lot of people up in the 9 seat.
Usually with good hands or semi-good hand. Wow.
Here we go. Ace
Brian.
of clubs, 5-3. Wow, look at that. Ace of spades on the turn.
And what Brian didn't know, Brian said, I flopped so much gin, I have to check this. What he didn't know is he would have got action from Fred, because Fred flopped a great hand too. Now look at this ace on the turn.
Fred is check raised. There's an additional $30 for Fred to call.
He checked min raise.
Brian to call. Here
This
comes
is
the river.
interesting.
4 of spades.
Oh, wow. And Fred fills up. And Brian has said, what is going on? You have a deuce? Why are you betting into me?
130.
Brian's bet out 130. Fred is bet out 130. Brian.
No, I
What
the ace.
What's going on?
Call?
Yeah.
Brian calls. He wants to see it.
Shit. Whatever you.
Look at him. Devastation.
Ace what?
Does not know what just hit him. Let me tell you, it was a 4 of spades.
When you flop that much gin, and you turn that much gin, and then you lose the hand, hurts a little bit.
I was going to raise him on the river until that card came.
I'm sure folding the river.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously? Yeah. I mean, you only have a pocket pair or a full house.
I'm gonna go all in on the turn.
I'm not going to pay you off in the river.
How about on the turn? Pay off on the turn?
On the turn, I have to.
You have to.
You have to call it?
On the river, if he calls him, I can't. He's got to have an ace or a better kicker. So I can give that action king.
Wow, that's rough right there.
I mean, I lost the minimum. If I would have played a strong, I would have lost.
Yeah, if you played a...
Wow.
If I would have swung on the flop, I would have everything. I would have got stacked. I thought 2-4. It says nuts. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, I thought
For me, that's fucking nuts. I guess. Plan,
yeah.
if he check raises, I was going to raise on the river and then shit on the river.
You didn't want to come back over the top when he raised.
I didn't want to lose him. I didn't think he had that strong of a hand anyways.
I thought you were going to bump it back.
Nurley in the big blind's got an ace-king offsuit. Hasn't gotten to him yet, but
Scary,
he's excited to see what he does.
It's scary.
Raise.
Nurley raises it.
40 total.
And an extra $35, 40 total.
Brian can't get in there fast enough with his 4-6 clubs. Little steam coming out of his ears from the last hand.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "Let me. Well, how much? 100? I call." 4-6 clubs. I like to splash around with these hands sometimes, but it's just
that.
cute how quick he was in there.
Charlie and Lizette are in there as well. Here comes the flop.
Brian's called. Wow.
Ace of hearts, ace of clubs, jack of spades.
Nurley did not like all that action. Now Nurley loves that action. Says thank you very much.
Checked around to Lizette. And look at this. Lizette's making a stab at the pot.
Lizette has absolute bubkiss.
Bubkiss.
She cannot win the hand, so she's praying that no one has an ace and that they'll believe her.
Look at that.
Nurley's gonna be a little cagey and just call her down and hope that she bets again on the turn.
And the turn card. 5 of diamonds. Still nothing for Lizette. Nurley checks. Lizette checks. Here comes the river. Jack of clubs. Full house.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be sick if you push the spread and I lose on the under. Well, the thing is that they're just going to run the clock out.
Nurley bets out 110.
Lizette says, thank you for betting so I don't have to
She shows her
show
8.
this nothing.
She shows the 8 of spades.
And she takes it down.
He was going to give it 8-1. I would take that 8.
Come and chat with us. Click on thebike.com, click on live at the bike, and then live broadcasts. Blah is chatting with us, and Blah says Nurley is going to own everybody, and you can quote me on that. All right, Blah.
We just did.
Let's just see if you are right.
I just want them to be cool.
No, yeah, just keep them together.
Send a call, it's a straddle.
No, they're not gonna pull out there.
Brian has straddled seat 1. Lizette makes the call with 7-6 of hearts. Nurley calls. Fred calls.
45 more.
Wow, look at this. Brian has raised it. An additional $45 with a 7-8 of clubs.
And they all have about the same kind of cards. Which usually means it's going to come out King, Queen, Jack on the flop because they all have about 8 or lower.
Look at this. Brian and Lizette make the call.
I'm just going to give you guys.
Here comes the flop. Queen, Queen, 10.
Like I said.
75.
I can quote you on that.
You can quote me
It's
on
going to
it.
come out Queen, Queen, 10.
And it
You
did
can quote me on it.
It did work out, and then Brian's going to show. Did work out for Brian. He got the extra money in there pre-flop. Great flop for him, as long as no one has a queen. He bets out and takes down a rather large pot with 8 high, and he shows everybody. Those are the situations we like to see. As long as you're able to back it up, and next time you actually have something, which we yet to see if Brian has something next time. But
right now, Brian has some chips. Action's going to be on Avi. Avi folds. Lizette, 7-6 offsuit, raises it up to $20. Standard raise, 6-7 offsuit. Folded around.
it has been standard
Brian.
here, and Brian, look at your cards, Brian. Apparently the Lakers are doing well.
They're gonna run that clock out.
Ryan has Queen Jack. He's going to get in there with Lizette.
Makes the call. Here comes the flop.
All he needs is a field goal. Oh,
6 of diamonds, 8 of hearts, 8 of clubs.
yeah.
Lizette flops a pair and she's going to take it down.
Scoop, man.
Come on down to the bike. Anytime in December, we've got Winter Dreams promotion going on. Come play Friday or Saturday. Be entered in drawings for Sunday. Come back and play. You are entered in for $25,000 drawings every Sunday in December at the Bicycle Casino.
Because if they kick it deep, they're gonna have to like.
If that wasn't enough, you also get paid to play here at the bike. In this specific game, players are getting up to $3 an hour.
Wow.
For this month. It's like a job.
Yeah.
You don't have a job? Come play some poker. Right?
Yeah.
Your win rate might have to be a little better than, or how about, you know, as long as you, a little better than $3 an hour maybe. But
10 of hearts, 8 of clubs, 5 of hearts on the flop. Checked around. 10 of spades on the turn.
wow, an early flop top pair, and he turned trips. He checked it to be a little cagey on the flop. He checked it in position. That check has gotten him a call on the turn. Avi just didn't think he would check a 10 there.
River's a king of clubs. 40. Bets out $40. Nerve.
Ryan giving 10 to 1, huh? 8 to 1, 8 to 1.
Then Brian gave 3 to 1.
And Avi's just gonna
Avi is thinking.
Hollywood a little
He
bit.
thought that his ace high was good on the turn, but now he's worried that perhaps the king beats him, but he's
Wow,
still
look at
going to
that.
look him up.
Makes the call.
Actually wanted to get a touchdown on this play.
And he said, oh, that's going to hurt a little bit when I see that one.
So far,
Fine.
blah might be correct here. So far, blah.
There you go.
Obladi. Obladi.
Obla oi, obla
I don't see
vey.
them kicking a field goal.
Life goes
Run
on.
out the box.
Yeah, they're on that clock.
Did they have timeout?
Why would they risk it?
No, hold this at timeout.
1, I think. Oh, I need a touchdown.
Now they're talking about football.
Need a field goal. Actually,
You know, 2 things that you can count on when you play poker live. The never-ending talk about sports.
You want him first down here, right?
And I don't know what the second thing is. That's about it. Someone maybe can tell me, because it's pretty much all that ever happens. When I sit down and play at a game, that's about it. There are like 3 things that happen, and all of them have to do with sports.
First and 10.
We need more women in this game.
out of bounds. Kick field goal.
Oh, no, the clock's still running. Southern Miss, call a timeout. How do you not call a timeout? There you go.
Yeah, Southern Miss. How do you not call a timeout? Action's going to be on Tony. Tony came back.
Still watching the game, however.
Points in the first.
Look at this. Charlie picked up pocket queens. Charlie picked up pocket queens over C7.
And he just limped in with them.
He likes that.
Wow, and wow, and Avi makes 20 to go with ace-7. He's called by Allen with Jack-10 of hearts, and Avi, the perfect position to re-raise there and take down dead money or put extra money in the pot, just opts to call with his queens, and now Avi with ace-7 wouldn't have even been in there if Charlie had re-raised.
If you get a first down, it's over.
Avi would have been out, now instead Avi flops top pair.
Now what's Charlie going to do?
Oh, wow, that's...
I sure hope he throws it away now. The manner in which he plays it, he now needs to fold his hand.
It's called time. That's such a bummer.
He really wants to show it to you. Look at, oh, geez, there it is. How many hands? 1 for 3.
Early gets to see.
1 for 3.
Allen's taking a peek. Ding. Charlie showed his cards. Sorry, Charlie.
Sorry, Charlie.
Even if he raises there, I don't see Avi folding. He'd have to put a really hefty raise in there.
Where's that saying from? Sorry, Charlie, because I say that a lot.
Is that Charlie the Tuna
Sorry,
from
Charlie.
My option would be not to call.
Good shot.
All in, fold. What other option is there?
There you go.
From Tuna? Sorry, Charlie. I say that to my husband all the time. He asks for something, and I'm like, nope, sorry, Charlie.
Yeah, it was an old tuna fish hat, Starkist tuna.
Oh, I didn't even know where I got it from, but I knew it had to be somewhere because I didn't make it up. I'm old. I'm so old I don't even remember where it came from.
Look at this, Brian, pocket jacks.
Fred made it 20 to go with pocket sixes. He is going to hear from Brian. Brian is thinking now, what do I do here?
Just makes the call.
Nope, he does raise it,
He
65.
raises it up, $65. That's what I said. You can quote me on that.
Like you said, he raised it to 65. And Fred said, no thank you, Jacks. Brian won it with the Jacks. Fred said, I'm not interested. I know that you're gunning for me a little bit because I sucked out on you before.
And that was too easy.
I'm not going to give you any more of my money if I can help it.
In our hand.
Yeah.
See? My pocket queens didn't.
One little news tidbit I read today. Rounder's sequel has been greenlit,
For the flop.
Thing is, I think they're gonna
according to
go
Card Player
for
Magazine.
Yeah.
Who's the what? Oh, yeah, I know. I saw that.
Very excited about that.
And you
There's
know-
been no official word regarding the cast or the script of the film, but it has been greenlit to go.
There, Bill.
You know what? That movie, I mean, more so. Okay, I don't know about more so. In my family, i.e. my husband and myself, that movie more so than Chris Moneymaker really got us into poker.
It's got Matt Damon.
And with everybody,
Hello. He's so dreamy.
that movie is just so
Right?
good. Like they made it so well, and really from a poker player's perspective.
It really is good.
If they can make a sequel that is as good as that first one was, it really could be another boost to the poker world.
Who was that girl what was the name of the actress who played Matt Damon's girlfriend?
Ooh, that should be a trivia question because I don't remember.
Let me look that up.
Monahan, no, that was in Good Will Hunting. Our producer said Minnie Driver, right? Nope. Ding ding,
She
you
was
were
weird.
wrong.
I like
that was in Good Will Hunting, another Matt Damon film.
He always has good-looking co-stars.
Monahan. I want to say Monahan is the last name.
Let me look
Tell
it
me
up.
if I'm right.
Let me look it up. I thought Edward Norton was great in it too.
Edward Norton was amazing in that movie.
I object to straddle.
You really wanted to like smack him, and that's you're doing a good job. When you hate the character or you love the character or you feel something strongly towards that character, they're doing a good job.
Gretchen Mol.
I did. I want to smack him.
Gretchen Mol was the actress.
No, not Monahan. Gretchen Mol. Yes.
Who's also been in. She was in Boardwalk Empire.
We're 4-way to the flop.
Life on Mars. 310 to Yuma.
Flop is Queen of Hearts, 9 of Hearts, 5 of Spades.
Joel, I think they're gonna
Alan
go
flop top pair with his queen.
third
They
and
check it
fourth
to him
down
on the button, and he does bet it. Looks like he's making it 50.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it. They're not gonna punt it. There's no way. They're at the 30-yard line. They're not gonna punt it. The field goal is too long.
And he's gonna take it down.
5-9 works.
Stop him. Stop him.
Are you trying to buy it?
Now they'll punt it.
No, it is your straddle. I know you object to straddling, but I thought I'd let you know.
Queens did the put it. Anybody else will call? At least I know I will.
Straddle.
Brian Straddle. Oh, here we go. We'll wait till we get there, Nerly. We'll get to you in a second, Nerly. Look at this. Brian has pocket eights in the straddle, and it's been folded around to
Charlie, who's going to call with 9 deuces of clubs.
And look at this. Pocket aces for Nerly. The gnarliest hand around. Pocket aces. Raises it up to $50. And
Fred.
ace king offsuit for Fred.
Holy
he makes
cow.
the call. And pocket eights for Brian. Also makes the call.
No, Brian is
Brian
going to
raises
raise.
it up.
Wow. Brian's going to raise, and he's stepping right into it here. Nerly is saying, please, please make it big.
Here he goes.
375.
He is making it big. He is going for the gusto.
$375.
He is all in. Wow, and if Nurley calls here, is Fred going to call with his ace-king? Charlie, just throw it away. You're out of it. Sometimes Charlie likes to think, like possibly he's going to call all in. Okay, there you go.
One call.
And now look at Nurley, just call. Oh, let me watch the Lakers game and call.
Aces are good, right? Time, just have a hand.
Fred is still thinking now. He's thinking, well, Nurley calls here. Look at this money. What does Nurley have? If he is paying, Fred's paying attention. You can see how comfortable Nurley is, and he does. He lays it down.
Here we go. Here comes the flop.
One time. Aces against what?
You have aces?
Yes.
Hey, ready to buck already. I have ace king. Over, sir. Can we sweat it, please? Yes, pocket aces.
Yes, pocket aces. We don't know what he has.
5 of clubs, jack of hearts, king of clubs on the flop.
Can you give me credit for that much? You guys are sick.
Nurley also has Brian in suits. Not that it matters anymore.
And a 10 of spades on the river.
Ooh.
Pocket aces are going to win.
My jack 4 was good.
Pocket nines, pocket eights.
Well, I went under, Tony.
Bye.
Blah, blah, blah is correct. Thus far, Nurley is owning the table.
Razor asks us on our chat on livewiththebike.com, is there any benefit for you to under the gun straddle? And people have responded that it increases the action and gives you a looser image. I would agree. Personally, I don't under the gun straddle just because for me I don't think there is a benefit except for giving away money.
I agree.
But it does do that. It gives you a looser image and it does encourage more action at the table. Like you've seen here, you have seen a lot more bigger pots and more people involved in pots once you put more dead money out there initially. Just promotes more people to call or raise or get into the action. Also promotes going broke with pocket eights in the straddle like we just saw with Brian. The pros and the cons.
I'm not for it. I don't normally do it. Maybe at a, you know.
I do randomly just if I feel like I'm getting too solid, too tight, let me mix it up. Or if the game, if it's possible that the game is tighter than I am, then I will get in there and I will straddle and try to open up the game a little bit.
And you really have to be able to pull the trigger. You know, sometimes not even with a great hand.
If you're going to do it, you have to do it right. You have
Don't
to make
just
the
check
action.
that straddle. You're gonna have to raise it up, in my opinion.
And here, Lizette made it 20 to go with pocket eights. Brian called heads up with 9-10. He flopped 2 pair. He turned a bigger 2 pair, kings and tens. And he's going to take down the hand.
If it becomes a tie game, I'll bet whatever you want.
No. 300 is good.
Deep Sheep also mentioned that there's a 2+2 thread by someone who talks about a new way to insult somebody. And it was written by a guy named Nurley who insults him using the eBay comment section. That might be where Nurley, our seat 8, got his name. I have a feeling it's not the name he was born with. It's just a sneaking suspicion. But he doesn't really look like a Nurley to me.
Hi, honey. Yes, this is our first son.
Nurley.
It rhymes with
Pearly.
swirly. And that's what a kid in school is gonna get. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go.
We're getting serious now.
We're getting serious.
Watch out.
Brian got serious and bought back in.
Go on to thebike.com and check out our website because we are going to ask you a trivia question later on, and it does involve the Bicycle Casino. So do your research. Google us. Or better yet, just go to our website. I gave it to you before, I'll give it to you again. Thebike.com. Very easy.
This is a good question. Any chance of broadcasting a half PLO, half no limit hold'em game?
I think there's talks of that in the works. The problem is right now our whole card camp fits 2 cards. So there'd have to
We're
be.
going to have smaller cards.
We're going to have to make a new deck.
They play by the
Once we
fingertips.
do that, then will possibly get some PLO in there.
It would be a great game to watch.
It also requires a software update that we haven't done yet, but it's open. We're open to possibilities in the future.
And Ronnie says you're going to have to get a new card guru.
Yeah, Ronnie says we need a new card boy because I'm not taking any more train. You can't teach an old guy new tricks. Whoa, Lizette flops trips.
4 of
Hold the
hearts,
phone.
8 of diamonds, 8 of clubs on the flop. Pocket 9s for Charlie.
It looks to be a great flop for Charlie. However, it is a greater flop for Lizette.
Lizette checked. Charlie's bet out. $60. Now Lizette's re-raised. I'm sorry, Lizette just calls. Here comes the turn. Queen of clubs.
I don't know how they're winning.
Lizette bet out $50. Charlie instantly calls. And he's not going to like what he sees. That was a string payoff. Paid her off, but in increments of 10 to $15 handfuls.
It's allowed.
Yeah. He's like, you're going to get your money, but it's going to be on my time. Not very pleased when she turned over those trips.
Ronnie, Deep Sheep did specifically address you. He said, not sure if Card Boy Ron or the Card Viewer software can handle PLO. Deep Sheep knows where it's at. And Ronnie says you are right, Deep Sheep, he cannot. He cannot do it. We'll have to give him some caffeine or something to handle 4 cards from everyone. and our cameraman Ray says, not gonna happen. Everyone would have to play really slow so Ronnie can make sure to get all the cards in.
Charlie's raised it up to $15 with an ace-jack offsuit and early insta-calls. Jack-9 of clubs. Brian calls with 8-9 offsuit. Avi's in. And Joel says, why not?
Why not with deuce 3? Made a crying call. Oh, yeah, I didn't want to put it in there, but
Here comes
look at that pot.
5 of hearts, Jack of diamonds, 9 of hearts.
Joel's in there with deuce 3, Ronnie.
How much is that?